It's a poison that neutralizes the mana in your veins. Its effects should only last for a couple of minutes. To you at least. And that's why I mixed in a little bit of other poisons. Why? You should already know the answer. Your power. That power will be of no help to the United Empire's future. It may have been different if we were in the middle of a war. But as of right now, you are nothing but a source of uneasiness. I will not start a spark of rebellion. I will live the remainder of my life quietly in my hometown. These are all things that you told me. I just wanted to clean my bloodied hand even just a little bit. I wanted to live a life to repent for my sins for those that have lost their lives to my magic, and those that have lost their loved ones because of me. But Ian, were you aware? I was afraid of you. I almost went insane because I was afraid of my old friend, the 8th-class magician who is able to overthrow me and my empire at any time. How could I let such a monster stay alive? My old friend, please do not. Forgive me. You bastard. I was too careless. However, Ragnar, you were also being careless. I've been researching while regretting the life I've led up until now. The dagger that has a time magic spell embedded on it. If I stab my heart with this before the poison corrupts it, I will be able to use magic for one last time. The redemption I want. Kurt. Federo. Aro. Kubergato. Jen. Shanagas. Is to put everything back to its place. What just happened? I can't find any trace of the dagger, and I can't feel any pain. I'm sure that something unusual happened. Ian, what's wrong? Did something happen? And mother? Why is my deceased mother here? Did I succeed? Or am I meeting my mother in hell? The children who are lined up for their test, and the territory's knights who are keeping the people in order. Next, the white flag that is fluttering on top of the ivory tower. I've come back to 50 years ago. Mana reaction test 888. 888 in order to produce magicians, the basis of a kingdom's power. Every child in the Green River Empire has to take a mandatory mana reaction test the year they turn 12. The first part tests the mana brain, which has the role of revealing magic. The second part tests the mana heart, which generates, circulates, and stores mana. Those who fit the requirements of both tests are sent to the Magic Academy immediately and gain national authority right after they graduate. 30 years. I came back a lot further than I expected. The dragon's language, which is known as the foundation of magic. 27 The time magic. I spent so much time studying for penance worked right before I died. At first, I only planned to wash the blood from my hands, but many people gave up everything for me, and many people died in the name of loyalty. I, who promised loyalty and friendship to Ragnar, got killed after getting used my entire life. I can't let it end like that again. This life will be different. Next, in order for that, I have to find it first. I'll be back. The power of an 8th-class magician and a level beyond that. I'm Ian Phage from the Moglian village. Moglian. You're Vanessa's son, huh? Go in. Don't bother the magician by asking this and that. Sir Aaron, how many more kids are left? I think you have to stay for at least half a day longer. Excuse me. Hi, kid. Come closer. Service smile. Will you lower your head first? I'm going to stimulate your head with mu alpha nu alpha. You might get a bit dizzy, but it's only temporary, so don't worry. Nice. Now turn your back towards me. Hurry up. I just found a mana brain inside your head. It means that you might be able to turn your entire life around. If there's a mana heart right here in your chest, simply joining the academy is not enough. Mr. Magician, there's something I have to show you. What? Who should I try? Being more aggressive? A fireball? Double casting? I don't know why, but suddenly, I was able to do this. What? Were you ever taught by any? Nope, that never happened. Is that true? Detection magic, a skill used to detect lies by checking the body's tiny movements such as heartbeats. Think wisely before you answer. If you're lying, you might become a criminal. You and your family. Even your neighbors might all lose their heads. How could I lie in a place like this? My goodness. The detection magic didn't find any lies. What is this, child? Mother. Don't do this. Be quiet. Don't you know there's important people in there? You should be lonely being a widow for 7 years. You won't even sell at that age, so don't play hard to get. Be thankful I'm giving someone like you a tintayan. What's the matter? It's nothing. A lowly housewife didn't know her place, so I made sure she would lowly. That bastard. A few moments ago, this child was titled as a magician who meets the 2 requirements. Thus, this child and his parents have the same authority as nobility, and disrespecting nobility and magicians is like challenging the emperor's authority. This is a crime befitting of capital punishment. Hyuk. Please spare me. If you could please show me mercy this one time. Why are you apologizing to me? There's someone else who deserves an apology. I've committed a grave sin. Please, give me one more chance. Ayin, listen up. The kind of disgusting shit people like you say about my mom, I know all about it. So tell them all about what you experienced, saw, and heard today. To the pieces of trash like you, I'll be watching. Why yes. Understood. Thank you, magician. Thank you for helping me. It's the Ivory Tower's job to protect a magician. Sir Aaron, please protect that child and his mother for now. I'll give you further notice through the crystal ball. Let me guide you to the inn where us knights are staying. Will that be all right? Yes, thank you very much. Then I'll be off, Mr. Magician. Ian, what's happening? You're a magician. Yeah, that's what they said. That much talent and intelligence at such a young age. The palace and the Ivory Tower will get noisy soon. Erktway, that damned bastard. What does he take me for? He's only a kitchen boy and yet he's so cheeky. Soon enough, in front of him, the mother will just, it would be very nice to see you, pleading and turn paralyzed. It'll be hard for you to move for some time. That's what that magic does. What did you say about my mother? I told you I'd keep an eye on you, didn't I? Oh. Today, you were humiliated by the son of a lowly kitchen maid, and you drank alcohol due to the humiliation. Wandering the deserted street in stupor, you lost your footing at the bridge of a stream. That's how you died. This makes me think. Is it okay to do this? Going as far as to study on how to repent from my past life. Turning back time in order to make the right choice and get rid of the blood in my hands. But then I realized that I cannot completely erase the blood on my hands. I only want to protect those who are precious to me. I'll do whatever I can for the sake of that. Even though I wish for my hands not to get stained with blood again. I resent you. I will never forgive you. And the one who poisoned me. What had caused Ragnar to say such words? I felt like I vaguely understood. My head feels like it's going to break into pieces. I never thought I'd run out of mana after using Paralyze once. I hope this small body grows up soon. Mother. After a year of entering the Magic Academy, I was acknowledged as a first-class magician. My mother, who was left alone at the Moglian estate, died due to an illness, not being able to witness her son who became a magician and being showered in riches. Mother, I promise to protect you in this life. I will make you happy. So, please live long. I couldn't even protect my friends, let alone family in my previous life. My life must be different from the first life where I couldn't protect anything or anyone. The capital of Green River Empire, Green Riverdium. What does the tower owner think about this? Emperor of the Green River Empire, Terry Green River. I cannot rule out anything at the moment. However, 5th-class magician and owner of the Ivory Tower, Herbert Leon. However, mana is the spirit that is circulating throughout your blood. The moment you are able to move that spirit of your own volition, you are acknowledged as a magician, stimulating the mana brain through techniques and methods of manifesting magic. Normally you can learn this at the academy, as I have done and most magicians have, but they claim to have been self-taught. Plus, they're able to use first-class magic freely. Like the first magician. A long time ago, this presence was able to discover the adaptability of mana, without having been taught of any of its uses, manifesting magic on their own. It is a legend amongst magicians. The first magician? Like the presence of a dragon in a legend or a myth. Dragons are merely illusions. But the fact that the first magician existed is a solemn fact. Since you need a beginning to reach the present, even I cannot believe this situation through my own logic, so I may need to confirm it with my own eyes. Since the magician who has been dispatched to the Moglian estate isn't the type to lie, if this is a fact without any exaggeration or mistakes, His ability is truly dangerous. This is what I can inform you as of right now. Is the prince outside? Yes, father. I am here. Come in. You called for me, father? Green River Crown Prince Hayden Green River. Yes. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm all right, father. But what seems to be the matter? The last time you were outside the Imperial Palace was 5 years ago, when we were patrolling due to the poor harvest, right? You should go visit the outside for a moment. You mean for me to sightsee outside the Imperial Palace? Yes, I will assign you the secondary royal knights and 300 Imperial soldiers, as well as 3 third-class magicians, so please go to the Moglian estate at once, and bring back the boy named Yenphage, you say? You still haven't heard of him yet? Phew. Never mind. I've told you time and time again to be aware of all events in the Empire. I will assign another prince to this job. And no, father. Please assign this task to me. I will complete this task without any flaws. Very well. Please go and get sorted for your departure, since it will be a long journey to the north. Then I will also take my leave to make the preparations. You already have something to prepare? You are well aware that we hate going outside. The magicians. If I don't try and convince them starting now, I may not even have 3 magicians to accompany the prince by the departure date. Yes, you're right. Please be on your way. Tower owner, will you be returning to the Ivory Tower? No, I have a brief stop to make. The Ivory Tower and the royal family will take action sooner than later. A few moments ago, this child was titled as a person who meets the 2 requirements of a magician. Seeing how he acknowledged me as a magician as soon as my test was over, it's highly likely that he reported it to the higher-ups right away, just like what I wanted him to do. The current empire is desperate to find a talent who will be able to accompany Prince Hayden Green River. Although the tower's leader, Herbert, is already with the 5th Prince Ragnar, he will probably need more people in the tower. And this will create a conflict between the royal family and the Ivory Tower. Whether I take the side of the Emperor or the Ivory Tower, or I go on my own path, the potential I have is limitless. I won't be the one who'll be getting manipulated now. Magician, please go ahead. Ahem. Empire's magician Yenphage. He to the Majesty's calling. Majesty's calling? He's taking action faster than I'd expected. Oh, you were already awake. His Majesty has issued a command paper to you. I'll teach you the courtesy of the royal family first. Please pose according to my explanation. Kneel down on your right knee, and put your left hand on top of your heart. What? Is this really the first time he's doing this pose? Empire's magician Yenphage, he to the Majesty's calling. I highly regard Yenphage's talent, and acknowledge him as the Empire's magician. I will permit your name to be inscribed to the Ivory Tower's list. And I am inviting you to the Imperial Palace, and have sent my eldest son to accompany you on your journey here. I wish you the best in your journey. I can see right through his intentions. That is all for His Majesty's command paper. Can I take him to the Lord's castle now? You may do so. I am Arnold, the captain of the Moglian Knights, and the Moglian territory has been bestowed the honor to escort the prince and Mr. Ian. I will safely escort you to the Lord's castle. Then we will depart. As soon as you're ready, there he is. Great Lord of Moglian territory Marcus Moglian. Ravi Margaret. I'll tell you again, watch what you say. Make sure you treat the magician with utmost respect as well. Yenphage. Although he is young, it does not change the fact that he is still the Empire's magician, and he has enough talent to catch the attention of the Emperor himself. Welcome. There would be no harm in getting friendly with someone like him, magician of the Empire. Hey, did you see the brat in the training grounds? He was creating fire with his bare hands. Do you really think he was acknowledged as a magician for no reason? He's an impressive child. He has been in the training grounds for 15 days straight. He's probably still in there as we speak. Phew, Frostnova. It's not enough. Ha. In my past life I could have frozen not only the training grounds but also the entire castle of Moglian. This body is very limited. I need something that will make up for my lack of mana. A magician. Magician. What's the matter? Magician. Please help us. The Lord. The Lord has gone missing. Gone missing. He hasn't returned from goblin hunting yesterday. Young Master Ravi and the knights are together with him. We've used all the manpower available in order to find him, but we were unsuccessful. We were only able to find little traces of battle. I don't think it's time for them to die yet. The great Lord Marcus Moglian will die by the hands of the enemy's assassin, right before the 8th War of Unification, which will take place later in the future. And as for his son Ravi Moglian, when the War of Unification begins, he'll abandon his territory and run away, and will be executed after the war because of it. Don't you think Magician Marco will be of better help than me? Well, if he went hunting regularly, there is a low possibility that it was caused by my return. He is currently outside of the territory for other missions. The dispatch magician went outside the territory? Was this caused by my return? It is very rare for a dispatch magician to go outside of the territory they are assigned to. I don't know the exact details, but it is most likely related to me. For example, secretly reporting back to the leader of the Ivory Tower and such. This might turn out dangerous. The greatest weapon I have at hand right now is the fact that I can predict the future. And if the Great Lord's death changes the future, I will lose that weapon. There is nothing more we can do about it. And that's why I'm here to ask you for, where is it? I will cooperate in the search. And I must prevent that from happening no matter what. Ian, I heard about what happened. You're going to the mountains with the search team. Isn't it too dangerous? You're too young for stuff like that, and it's fine. I'm a magician now, but still it's too. Don't worry too much. I promise I'll come back. I beg you. Please find my father and brother. If you'll find them, I'll do anything. I'll ask my father to give you money, land and servants. So please, I'll find them. Oh really? But that ring you're wearing, can I borrow it? I sense mana from that ring. It'll help me find them. Okay. It looks the same as it did in my last life. The Moglian ring. A low-tier artifact that is said to increase the wearer's mana. Looks like he gave it to his daughter and not the heir. Why? You have to find them. I'm only lending you the ring. It's a family treasure my father gave me. Alright, this will compensate for my lack of mana. Let's go. It's here. This is where we lost track of them. Did you already deal with the casualties? We never found any. We think that they may have been eaten by monsters. All that's left is a few dozen dead goblins. In truth, hundreds of goblins probably attacked them. I should find them before it's too late. Summoning magic. Wolf spirit. Wolf? Did he just say spirit? Oh, Wolf. A baby. Wolf? Pretty big one came out in my last life. People might think it's a puppy. There's nothing I can do because of the amount of mana I currently have. This smell, do you think you can find where they went? Wolf. Magicien? We just have to follow that. Wolf spirit. Huh. Oh yes. Goblins are everywhere. What do I do now? Ma, if this continues, I'll massacre. Robbie. We'll deal with the goblins here. So you should at least return to the castle. Tell them that the Mount Moglian is in danger of goblins. Hurry. Father. Father. Behind dash. Frost Nova. Kayak. That child is. Lord. Father. 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 Margaret. How did this? What happened? Sir Ian rescued you. Father, you and brother were unconscious for 2 days in a row. You have no idea how concerned I was. My lord. What a relief that you're awake. Hogar, are all the others right? All that is. The 12 soldiers and Sir Roten were unable to return. Where is the magician? I must see him for myself. Sir Magician, there you are. I heard that the Lord has woken up. Yes, it's all thanks to you, Sir Magician. I have been instructed to bring you over to the reception room by my lord. I believe he has something urgent he would like to speak to you about. Oh, welcome. How do you feel? Much. I'm feeling better due to everyone's care. I express my sincere gratitude for all of your help, for securing the Moglian family's present and future, and the foundation of our home. Since you also wiped out the goblins of the Moglian mountains and protected our estate, if I were to pass this by without a suitable reward for you, I cannot be called the Grand Lord of the Empire. So I've selected this after much thought. Please open it. This is. I heard from Margaret that you were lent this ring since you were able to detect mana from this ring. I merely thought of it as an old heirloom of our family, but what powers does that ring possess? Will it help you in any way, magician? This ring has the power to amplify your mana. It helped a great deal in the canyon with wiping out the goblins. That's a relief. That ring, I would like to gift it to you, magician. Please think of it as a token. A token? From this moment onward, the magician Ian Page will be served as Mowglian family's honored guest forever. This will serve as a token of this lasting promise to you. Will you accept this token? A forever honored guest. A binding contract that will last for 1,000 years for the nobility of the empire. Our family will always welcome the visit of Sir Ian Page. Should you require our family's help in any way, we promise to always be right beside you. I swear upon the northern stream of the Emerald River that we will honor this promise upon generation after generation. Captain, how far away is the town of Lloyd? We will arrive shortly. We should see it when we cross that hill over there. My lord, I have something I would like to ask. Would you happen to have an alchemist on your estate that has the ability to concoct elixirs? In the northern town of Lloyd, there is an alchemist named Redio. They're originally from the capital, but because of a special herb, they migrated to the north. Alchemist Redio. It's a name I haven't come across in my past life. I hope I'm able to find an elixir to supplement the mana I've depleted. Captain. Sir Magician. We can see the town of Lloyd. Just gather the tiny bastards. Let's start regrouping. Let's wrap up quickly and get to Coldwood. No, Douglas. Innu. Kuhuk. What a fit to throw when you're almost as good as dead. Cook. Let go. Let go of me. Dad. What an annoying twerp. Will you shut up when your father is dead? I will sell your son to an especially nice place. Goodbye. What? What was that? Ice? Where did it come from? Over there. Soldiers. God damn it. Run away. It's effective. Thanks to the ring, my mana limit is probably that of a third-class magician. Magician? Captain, are any of the soldiers hurt? No, we didn't have a chance to get hurt thanks to you. That's it. I wonder if they're alive. Radio. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Dad. Pant, Dad. I'll take a look. Pale skin with no hint of blood. Hair that has turned white. Perhaps mana poisoning? A disease known as God's curse. If a certain amount of mana enters a body with a mana brain but no mana heart, pieces of mana that aren't able to leave the body stimulate the brain and bring immense pain for the rest of their lives without a moment's rest. Since he wouldn't have been able to inject mana into himself, I'm certain one of the magicians did this on purpose. Judging by his symptoms, it's pretty bad. 1 second. Im00 Cook. There's one way to suppress their pain for a little while. It's by injecting pure mana and releasing the leftover mana in their body. Hyuk. Please take care of his wounds. Oh yes. Thank you. My father. Will he be okay? For a little while. It's possible to treat it momentarily by injecting mana, but it's impossible to cure this cursed disease. Then is he going to be in pain later? Since the mana I injected will remain as leftovers as well, that man will have to make a decision. Either constantly get injected with mana and suffer, or die. He probably will. I have to find Lander's flower and make a cure for him. Douglas. Where are you going? Douglas? At that moment I remembered the name of the greatest alchemist in history. Palace alchemist Douglas Hammond. A man who was once poor but now stands next to Emperor Ragnar thanks to his genius capabilities. When I saw him in my past life, he was always hostile towards magicians. An alchemist who got mana poisoning from a magician. A herb he is searching for far up north. I have to find Lander's flower and make a cure. A herb with the ability to neutralize the mana in one's body. That's really true. It's a poison that neutralizes the mana in your blood. Haste! There's still raiders outside this village. Entering the forest is dangerous. But I can't wait any longer. If I don't find the flower and make a cure soon, Father will. My father will. Sleep. I have to. The flower. Who? Now that I look closely, if his old face wasn't so threatening, his current face would look just like his old face. If I didn't come to Royd Village, his father would have died and he would have gotten captured by the raiders and turned into a slave. The poison I drank in my past life has to have been made by him. He probably followed his orders and made the poison even while knowing Ragnar's plans. Should I dispose of him? No, it could be dangerous acting so hastily. Who? He has the talent to become the greatest alchemist in history. I could just make him mine. But even if he were to live a different life from before, there's no saying he won't betray me. Then, magician, what is it? Pant, you ran out all of a sudden, so I followed you. Who's that child? I thought he would do something reckless, so I put him to sleep. Please take him back to the village while you're here. Are you not coming with us? I have somewhere I need to go. Douglas, are you asleep? Not yet. Barton told me. Some magician came to our village and saved us. And I also heard you tried to do something reckless again, you little rascal. I just tried to find a flower. There could still have been raiders near the village. Then what do I do? That magician said you'll stay in pain. I'm fine. If I just find Lander's flower. You couldn't find it for a year. Does that flower even exist? It exists. Who? Who is it? I've heard that you're searching for Lander's flower. Please excuse me. To that magician from before. What? I'm Ian Phage. What's that? That's Lander's flower? I'll give you this flower. But let me ask you one question. How did you know about this herb if its effects are unknown? The journal. I saw it in journal. This book is. It's a herb journal my father gave me. If you look at this page, an effect that neutralizes mana, only found in the north of the continent. A flower with 12 petals. There's poison in its green stem and roots. It dries up the second it is picked. Farming and harvesting it is impossible. Did your father also study alchemy? It was a family business. Then this journal must be a family treasure. Well, it's similar to one. Then you must know that to a magician who has a mana heart and a mana brain, Lander's flower, which has the ability to neutralize mana, is a fatal poison. I understand what you're saying, but our family's alchemists will never make an elixir in order to harm someone. I can bet the Hammond family name on it. I see. Thank you for answering the question. Also, sorry, even I couldn't find a way. All I could do was freeze it and keep its shape. Did you trick me? I only tried to prove that you can always find Lander's flower. Mr. Redio, won't you trade with me? Trade? I'll constantly inject you with mana, so that you won't die from mana poisoning. I also promise to find a way that will allow you to use Lander's flower. I'm sure I can find information relating to it. Information that Ragnar and Douglas were able to find. So please come to the capital with me. The capital? What do I have to do there? Please make mana elixirs for my deficient mana and study, and make a cure for my ill mother. Couldn't you just ask a famous alchemist instead? I'm not an amazing alchemist. I want someone to stay with me and bring me a constant supply of elixirs. That child ran into a forest that was full of raiders in order to find a herb that can cure your disease. Please make a proper decision, at least for his sake. He's not a normal child. Who is he? Can you give me some time to think? As much as you'd like. In this life, Douglas doesn't have to lose his father nor become a slave, and his talent won't fall into the hands of Ragnar. Magician, we're ready to return to the Lord's castle. Okay, let's start heading back. Did he not make a decision yet? Magician? Have you made a decision? Yes, well, do I have a choice? I have to live first. Please fulfill your promise. Of course. Can you, really, cure my father? Yeah, I promise. Really? Really? Then Connie treat you like my captain. Captain? Sure. You can. Yes, sir. Captain, get out of my sight. Was he like this when he was young? Confused. Whoa. Magician, we have to go to the castle quickly. Did something happen? I've been told that the prince has crossed the Gamas River. The Gamas River? Already? Yes, well, it was reported this morning. Why are they reporting it now? Let me borrow your horse. Do you know how to ride it? Not too well, but it can become my friend. Tame. I want to go to the castle. Can you take me there? Sir Arnold, please bring Mr. Redio with you. I'll head off first. Did you call for me, father? I have something to tell you before you leave. I've heard that Herbert has been meeting with the 5th prince. Since a lot of nobles are following the ivory tower, you probably know that who the owner of the tower sides with is very important. It seems that the owner plans to side with the 5th prince. And the 5th prince Ragnar is an intelligent child. I'm sure he'll use Herbert and try to put great people under his name. Ian Phage. Do anything to make him yours. Before the ivory tower gets to him. I'm telling you to make him yours and build a base. Check. Even if he is a magician, what help would that child be? The ivory tower is filled with magicians, and yet none of them are on my side. How dare he leave me the heir and pick the fifth prince? The day I rise to the throne, I'll get rid of all those brats. Your Highness, I think it'll be best to tell the Moglians. Second Palace Captain Oliver Raywood. I'm pretty sure we're done with that discussion. We have to give them some time to at least prepare for your arrival. Please consider their situation. Now that I think of it, isn't your family part of the Northern Moglian Lords? Yes, it is. How much longer until we arrive? Seems like it'll take 2 more days. Good. 2 days is enough. Send them a message. Let's see how the Guardians of the North, as well as the Empire Shield, prepare for the arrival of royalty in just 2 days. Yes, Your Highness. This is where His Royal Highness the Crown Prince will be residing. Make sure there's not a speck of dust. I thought they weren't coming because there was no word. But all of a sudden, Hogar, have the other families arrived? Yes, sir. All families have arrived except for the Muffardins and Raywoods. They sent word that they will be arriving shortly. What of the magician? Still no word? No, not yet. What a huge situation. Let's go outside for now. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince has arrived. My great lord, where is the magician? The magician is... Halt! I'm sorry I'm late. You've arrived, so that's all that matters. Please this way. That little kid is the magician from the rumors. The kid that can't even ride a horse? Sir Magician has been summoned by a royal order. You must be present at the highest standing according to the Empire's laws. Are you Ian Phage? A face I haven't seen in a long time. And over there, Cecilia, the spy from the Coldwood Empire. Your Royal Highness, you must not overdrink. There's nothing good to drink aside from this wine. I can't believe I have to mingle with these loathsome nobles after traveling so far. This banquet is dissatisfactory, and I don't like that brat either. I would like to return soon and rest. What a strange coincidence that the Coldwood Empire is also showing interest in that kid. Not long ago, there were 2 commands from the Coldwood Empire to rule out the rumors of Ian Phage by observing him personally, if it is true, and to capture both the magician and his mother and return to the Empire. What kind of a person is he to be causing all this commotion? I guess I'll go look for him. There he is. Should I test out his rumored abilities? For a start, something light, something equivalent to a knock? Magic missile. Shield? Who are you? Can't you tell from my magic? An old senior of yours from the Ivory Tower. I was merely sending a light greeting. You greet people like this? Oh my. See how this little man talks. A senior could joke with their junior. You don't have to make me feel bad. Cecilia. Cecilia Coldwalker. Who are you? How do you know that name? I know you well. I can't not know you. I wiped out all of the Coldwalkers that have crawled into the Empire in my past life. If you want, I can list the others too. Stop uttering bullshit. The stable boy from the Moulton family, y'all. The Royal Secretary, Robin. Ario from the National Troopers in Squad 9. The Palace Annex head maid, Isabel. The head maid is probably not there yet. Do you know the common denominator of all these people? I think I would know. Little kid. I don't know how you know all of these names, but you would have been better off pretending not to know them. I already knew the fact that you were a Coldwalker. Then why were you here by yourself if you already knew? Did he actually avoid my attack magic just now? What is he? And that you would come find me at the drill hall. I expected it. Ice spear. My mana barrier. Damn it. Pyro. Blast. I can't move with the mana barrier up. I'm going to die. I'm alive. That brat. Since he used Pyroblast, he's probably out of mana. Others will start to come. There's no proof that I'm the spy. And they're not going to suspect me because of some child. The magicians of the tower will trust me too. If I just heal up first and deal with him later. I plan to make a name for myself by selling you. Do you think that'll work? Of course. Coldwalker. There's proof that even you guys don't know about. What are you saying? Murmur. What happened, Cecilia? What happened to you? These wounds are. I did it. Please explain yourself. What happened? I saw it coincidentally. That woman was talking to someone who was wearing a mask. What? Then she tried to kill me out of nowhere. So you put her in that state? Since I needed to live. Can you prove that? It appeared as if they were checking something. A mark on their bodies. Search that woman's body. Hey, Captain. Don't you think that's too much? Did you forget that we're magicians of the Ivory Tower? Flitch. His Highness is here. And this happened in his presence. Whether the magicians of the tower are involved or not, we have the duty to find the truth. Then at least let me heal her first. You can do that after the search is over. Was there anything suspicious? We found nothing. What did I say? How could you suspect her? We have to heal her immediately. This instant. Was it a lie? Of course not. Flinch shake. Please excuse me. What are you doing? A Manaseal? You. What did you do? I was wondering what you two were doing. Looks like they were checking for this. Cold walkers get sent to a training school with a mark. They wouldn't know about it since only their managers know. Even I only found out after interrogating a manager for a year. Does anyone know what this mark means? It's my first time seeing it. What about you, Ian? It's my first time seeing it too. Although no one knows what the mark means, it still serves as evidence. Heal her first. We'll interrogate her afterwards. Please prepare a mana prison. Okay, Ian, if everything turns out to be the truth, the Emperor will reward you. That child defeated a third-class magician of the Ivory Tower? That is correct. I never expected him to be that skilled. What do you think of him, Captain Oliver? Of that child? What the dispatch magician said about him seems to be true. The way he acts and speaks is not like that of a child. I think I should meet him and have a conversation with him before reaching a conclusion. Captain, bring him to me. You've called for me, Your Highness? Yes, I did. From what I've heard, one of the magicians sent by the Ivory Towers was a spy from Coldwood. And I heard that she was a skilled magician too. I think your achievement of defeating and capturing her was very significant. I am flattered, and as such I would like to award you for it. Please tell me if there is anything you want. He's trying to figure out my inner desires by asking me what I want. Since it's come to this, should I tell him? Then, if you'll allow me, I would like to look around the site of the old Ivory Tower that is on the path to the Imperial Castle. The site of the old Ivory Tower? Why do you want to go there? There's not much to see. I've only about it from stories. Heard, and I've always wanted to visit there at least once. To think that a visit to a historical site is all he wants when he could have asked for anything. I guess he's still a little kid. Very well, then I will take you there. I think I'll be able to get it quicker than I expected. The site of the old Ivory Tower, and the item hidden deep below that site. Dragon's language scroll. Dragon language played a crucial role in time magic research. And that book contains the essence of said language. In my past life, I found it a few years before my death, so I was only able to comprehend a very small portion of it. How much of it can I comprehend in this life? This is my first time coming out this far. Right, Ian? Yes, you're right. Once we arrive at the capital, I will be your guide, Lady Phage. Despite how I look, I've been making a living in the capital with alchemy for a very long time. Oh my, thank you. Would you? Look at this guy. Mr. Ian, we've arrived. The Second Imperial Knight Vice Captain Paul. We are planning to stay here for 2 days. And as His Highness has ordered, you are free to explore this place during that time. Please follow me, everyone. I will guide you to your stay. To think that Your Highness would visit such a crummy village. It's an honor that will last tens of thousands of generations. Ha ha ha. Well, it's nothing. Ha ha. I guess he treats the citizens in a humane way. In my past life, he always had a dark and hostile expression on his face, since Ragnar was always by my side, so I guess he makes those kinds of expressions to those who are not of royalty or nobility. I can see why the current emperor favors the first prince. Captain, when will you be headed to the old Ivory Tower? Why do you ask? I wanted to visit too. I'll need to visit the underground areas at dawn. Let's go together when we get the time tomorrow. Really? Together? Wow. Yay. Thank you. Douglas seems to have taken a liking to Ian. Lady Phage. I wanted to ask you something. Was Ian always that mature? I really can't see him as a 12-year-old. and has matured too early. He is a very caring and kind person, just like his father. I know that he doesn't say it out loud, but I know that he's trying to fill his father's empty space, and I feel sorry for him. So he's like his father. Then was your husband also a magician? No. Fran was a normal person. He went missing before Ian was born after he went to work like usual. Only his belongings came back home 5 years later. And recently, Ian has been. Never mind. It's nothing. It was a journey following the wind and the road of stars. An endless journey after the Unification War, and away from the Ivory Tower and the Emperor. Was it simply a coincidence when I entered the Ivory Tower back then? No, perhaps I was guided by something. This place still looks the same as before. 300 years ago, there was a war between the magicians of the Ivory Tower and the Dragonians, the so-called descendants of dragons. The Gargoyle army and the Dragonians' dark magic was strong enough to destroy the Empire, but the Emperor and the high-class magician, Michelle Greenriver, lead the other high-class magicians, defeating the Dragonians and making the Gargoyles extinct, keeping the Empire at peace. Michelle Greenriver, who lead them to victory, refused the position of the Emperor and became the tower owner instead, creating the capital, Greenriverdium. And this place became a ruin abandoned by the people. Was it around here? There. Light. Pop. I was really surprised when I first saw that statue, since I never would have thought that a gargoyle that had gone extinct 300 years ago was hiding here. Kaya. Aqua Ball. I was easily able to kill it in my past life, but I'll have to put in more effort in my current state. Jurr. Ice Spear. Lightning. I took care of. The gargoyle. It's about time it'll open. It's the same as last time. Featherfall. I met you a lot earlier than expected. Dragon's language scroll. I wonder who hid it here. A dragon? Or perhaps the first magician? The dragon's language. A mysterious language I wasn't even able to understand in my past life. If only I could understand it in this life. It's empty? What happened? Perhaps it's because it's already been used? If only I could read over the dragon's language I used in my past life one more time. I can't make a sound. The dragon's language isn't a sound made only through the voice. It's a magical language that uses mana as its roots. Then there's only one explanation. You can't use the dragon's language that has disappeared. Since you can't use time magic without the dragon's language, I can't return to the past. I was thinking I could constantly turn back time. It could have been bad if I didn't know about this. My second life just got heavier. Mr. Ian, we will arrive at the capital of Greenriverdium soon. I'm finally in the capital. I should keep my guard up. If Cecilia was to run away and come in contact with another Coldwalker, the Coldwood Empire will start to keep me in check. Cecilia will undoubtedly talk about me. Who knows about the existence of Coldwalkers? And things will become bothersome. In many ways. Halt. Tower leader, what authorities do you have to block His Highness's path? It's an order from His Majesty. I have received a command paper mentioning that all authorities in surveilling Cecilia and other related things will go to the Ivory Tower. I guess you were in a hurry. To think that you received the command paper even before the spy arrived. Shouldn't things like this be handled as soon as possible? Take a rest, Captain. The Ivory Tower will take responsibility from now on, so don't worry. Hand over the sinner to the tower leader. Captain, she is not a sinner yet. Sav of 00 before the truth is uncovered. She is still a magician of the Ivory Tower. Please watch what you say. We're the one who went out of our way to capture her. So why are they snatching her from us like that? Captain, this isn't fair at all. Although it's an order from the Emperor, I can't accept it. I can kind of see what they're trying to do. They're not trying to protect her as one of the Ivory Tower's magicians. They just don't want mere knights to interrogate a magician. Now they'll lock her up in the deepest underground prison in the tower, and will try to look for a way to smooth over this situation. Even if she's a spy from Coldwood, she won't be able to escape from the underground prison. What's with all the ruckus? It's nothing, please don't worry about it. There's one less thing I need to worry about now, Mr. Ian. His Highness wants to visit a place before we head to the Imperial Palace. This is The mansion I was bestowed upon by Ragnar when I reached the 5th class in my past life. Do you like it? It's a mansion that His Majesty specially bestowed on you. My indebtedness is immeasurable, Your Highness. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? In my past life I was 26 years old when I received this mansion. And in this life I've received it 14 years earlier. It was a pretty nice mansion. For now your family will stay here, and you will come with me to the Imperial Palace. We need to greet His Majesty now that you're here in the capital, right? If you'll allow me, could I take a look around the mansion with my mother first? Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Oh my. How do you like it, Mother? How do I like it? This is our house from now on. To this place? Yes. When I received this mansion in my past life, my mother had already passed away. Unbelievable. Is this really a place where people live? This is even more impressive than the Lord's castle. No matter how great of a magician I was, I couldn't bring back my mother from death. It's meant to be used by royalty. Royalty? But it's different now. Things I wanted to do for her, and the things I wanted to do together with her. I can do all of it now. How is it? This time I will be able to see my mother's happy expression, which I wasn't able to see in my past life. It's wide and gorgeous and also so big. But how are we supposed to clean this place? Mother. What's the matter, Ian? I'll make sure Mother won't have to do any housework from now on. So she doesn't even think about cleaning the house. Imperial Palace of Green Reverdium. I'm a little nervous. I haven't personally greeted the Emperor himself even in my past life. By the time I had graduated from the academy and saw how the world operated, he was already on his deathbed. The Emperor was praised for his wisdom and decisiveness. I would like to learn that from him if possible. The Prince's Palace. What is that guy doing right now? The 5th Prince and the son of a concubine. Although he is the most similar to the Emperor, he was born with the Emperor's cold-heartedness, rather than his benevolence. Ragnar. 00 my old friend, as well as my worst enemy. What should I do when I meet you in this life? Mr. Ian, please come this way. His Majesty is waiting for you. Someone as lowly as me dares to greet your Majesty. Raise your head. The hero of the North, Ian Phage. You accomplished so much in such little time. Thank you, Your Majesty. No need to try so hard. You probably never got taught manners. Now that's enough, so stand up. Vola, you never learned manners, so don't try so hard. Even when I first met Ragnar, he said that to me. You came a long way. Did you like the mansion? I gave you one of my royal homes. It was a grand mansion that I couldn't even imagine. What is he doing in front of the Emperor? So do you like it or not? I like it. My mother was happy too. Oh, is that so? Then are you aware of it? Why I sent the heir to bring you to my palace, and gifted you a mansion as soon as you arrived. Should I be more direct? Ragnar liked to direct talk without hiding anything. Since he was similar to the Emperor, it's likely he's the same. No, not yet. Until I get everything I want. I'm just a 12-year-old kid. I need to act accordingly. It'll probably be best to act like a little kid right now. Isn't it because I'm a bit more talented than others? From what the others say, I've been told that my magic is better than others. So, you're more talented than others? Do you think that's it? Glance. Father. What would a young child know? It's my first time seeing him protect someone. It'll be best to support the heir. True. Your talent. I called you here because of your talent. Even the knights and magicians who saw your talent were praising you. I've heard you helped a lot with finding that spy. Since a citizen of this nation made an accomplishment, it's only right for them to be rewarded. Now tell me, is there anything you want? I finally got my chance. The current emperor's authority. I thought about it a lot. I am a child. Something that's not befitting for an adult. A request only a child can make. I want to look around. Look around. I want to freely roam around the palace and tell my mother what I saw. What kind of place this palace is and how gorgeous it is. He said that his wish was to see the old ivory tower. He's full of curiosity, which is normal for his age. I think you should allow. Fine. I'll give you the seal. As long as you're in the palace, you can go almost anywhere with that seal. You can also show it to someone and ask them to guide you. Is that all you want? What more could I wish for? Then I shall reward you myself. Hey, bring it in. This is my reward to you. And these maids have taken care of the palace every day. I'll send them to your mansion to make sure you stay comfortable. Looks like Mother doesn't have to worry about cleaning. Phew. Thank you, Your Majesty. Phew. He sure is different from others. Instead of attraction, I felt strong suspicion towards me. He's probably like that to everyone. Just like Ragnar. Suspicion is fundamental for ruling and governing. Ragnar loved saying that. Let's focus on the important things. I don't have much time. Magician. What brings you here? Where's the garden? His Majesty told me to show you this. Oh yes. Please come this way. I'll guide you. I'll act like I'm looking around famous locations and go to that place. I finally made it. The Empire's Sanctuary. I like it here, Ian. In this pure place where they serve the Emperor and Empress, no one else can enter except royalty. I'm only a prince, so it's not possible right now, but I'll come here one day. Right? Hey, pooh. The other guards have their eyes wide open, but you never know, so sleep. Was it near the first emperor's coffin? It should be around here. Found it. The stone heart mushroom. Ice spear. Nice. This will be Inugw. Where are you going so late at night? Who is that? Don't tell me. Disable. Pardon. But one-to-one understand. Your Highness, even so, this place is a little. Your Highness? Phew. There are only 3 descendants at this time. No matter who it is, it cannot be Ragnar. Not many people visit this place and people rarely pass by this place. Sound doesn't escape from this room. Also, as a princess, it is my job to manage the sanctuary, and you will check the magic applied to the sanctuary. We each have our roles. Harry Greenriver, the first prince's blood-related younger sister. Your Highness, why don't you let the Ivory Tower know about it? That won't do. Don't you already know that the Ivory Tower is dangerous? I'm sure the ancestors will understand. Since it's for the sake of His Majesty and my older brother. I understand. Then, I will do my best in supporting you until the end. Have you memorized the basic spells I taught you last time? Of course. Very well. Then please show me light first. So. Let the mana flow like this. Light. The princess is using magic? Huh. Why is mine so small? It's because you've only recently started practicing magic. Harry Greenriver. She's lived her entire life like a caged bird. Add when Ragnar rose to the emperor's position and the eldest prince was executed. She followed her brother. And quietly ended her life. To think such a woman was a magician. Why was she hiding it from everyone? In the Greenriver Empire, it's a sin to hide your potential to become a magician. It's also the case for private magic education outside of the Ivory Tower and the Academy. And I'm sure that magician is aware of that fact. Mr. Kevin, please teach me attack magic next time as well. For example, volcano. Even I can't use that spell, Your Highness. I'm kidding. What's wrong, Your Highness? I thought I heard a sound just now. Hyuk. Do you think someone saw us? That would be very bad. Let's wrap it up for today. And be rest assured, Mr. Kevin, only royalty can come into this place. I found out many surprising things today. To think Harry Greenriver is a magician, the reason that she is risking committing a sin by hiding it from the Ivory Tower, is probably because she is wary of the tower which endorses Ragnar. Although I've wasted quite a bit of time in there. Mr. Magician, have you explored enough? This is more than enough. Yes. I am satisfied. Oh, Mr. Ian, you're here. Yes, where's Mother and the others? Lady Phage is having a chat with the servants sent from the Imperial Palace, and Douglas is taking a look around the mansion. Whoa, it's so big. Oh, that's great then. Mr. Redio, could I have a chat with you for a moment? I want you to create a secret potion for me. What kind of secret potion might you be talking about? This is called the stone heart mushroom, and it's poisonous. It paralyzes one's body and makes their heart stop. Are you telling me to make a secret potion with such a dangerous mushroom? A poison potion might be possible, but a secret potion. Have you heard about interrogation magic? I have. I need a secret potion that will help avoid that magic. Would it be possible? I would need to experiment. Is it urgent? It is. The sooner, the better. Mr. Ian, the Ivory Tower, has sent you a message. Dear Magician Ian Phage, as with the royalty, The ivory tower cannot wait to meet with you. And as such, although it is proper for us to wait until the day of the official enrollment to the academy, for us to meet, wouldn't it be difficult to teach such a talented magician alongside other beginner magicians? Therefore, I would like to suggest for us to meet in a week's time, and I wish for you to accept the ivory tower's request. As a magician whose name is on the ivory tower's name list, you have a week. Huh? A week? Would it be difficult? Of course not. 1 week. It'll be no problem. I would just need to give up my sleeping time. Oh, then I'm sorry to burden you, but I will entrust you with it. Medicine that Redio made using stone heart mushrooms. Drinking this makes my heart beat at a fixed rate for 2 hours. 2 hours. This place where I let go of everything and left. I'm back. Sir Ian, we've arrived at the ivory tower. You're here, Sir Ian Phage. Welcome to the ivory tower. Right this way. I'll guide you to where the owner is. This is the first floor of the tower. The entrance hall. Then and now. No, in both the present and the future, this place is the same. Do you see that golden plate? Yes, I do. That helps you travel to the different floors of the tower. It's a device called a mana elevator. The golden ones are for high-tier magicians so they can directly go to the highest floor. Will you please step on the plate? The high-tier magicians are waiting for you in the owner's room, located on the highest floor. Then, farewell. Welcome, Ian Phage. Thank you for accepting our invitation to the tower. Now don't just stand there. Take a seat. You're probably a bit surprised, but there's no need to be scared. This is like a little requirement that every magician who joins the tower has to go through. Judging by the atmosphere, it looks like they want to make sure I obey them. I know much about your talents, but you are quite amazing even without considering them. To be honest, I'm even a bit suspicious. But are we not brothers of mana, whose bonds are even stronger than blood ones? If it's a suspicion we can get rid of, we should do it right now. Are you saying you're going to torture me? My, how could we do that? Barbaric actions have no place in this tower. We're just going to ask a few questions, and you just have to answer them. Now then, let's begin. Ian Phage. Born in 488. Zodiac is the red goat. Your father, Fran Phage, was a wandering explorer, and your mother, Vanessa Phage, used to be a servant in the castle. Is any of this information false? No, they're all true. I wish to know more about your relation with the alchemist Redio. My mother is very weak. I needed an alchemist who could supply me with a steady stream of medicine, and the Lord recommended him to me. Why did you really visit the old ivory tower? I saw it a lot in books. I always wanted to go there. Do you remember the magician Cecilia? Of course. You saw her and someone wearing a mask communicating, and Cecilia, who got caught in the act, tried to kill you. Do you swear that none of this is fake? She's still silent about it. I swear. I thought I was going to die. Do you swear that no one taught you magic? Yes. Never. Then fireball and spirit summoning, as well as frost nova. How do you know so many skills? I want to hear a plausible answer. You don't plan to say I just did, right? I just thought of them. For example, I imagined fire on my palm. I just imagined it, and one day it became reality. That's impossible. What kind of nonsense? Even the ivory tower's most powerful detection magic is saying that that boy is telling the truth. The legendary first magician, is it his reincarnate? Or does it mean that he's a magician whose class is high enough for a high-class magician's detection magic to not work? It doesn't make sense for that small child to have that much mana. What is that? Ah! Enough. Why do you keep asking useless crap? Let's stop wasting time and ask the real question. Helene, calm yourself. The owner of this tower is present. We're all here to ask him that, right? You. What are you? Tell us yourself with that mouth. What are you? Why are you spouting out nothing but nonsense? Yeah, she was that type of woman. Helene. She was the youngest 4th-class magician before I came. And as her nickname, the Lady of Fire, suggests, she is very aggressive. Don't you already know? What? It's even written over there. Ian Phage. Born in the year 488. Zodiac is the red goat. Did you not read it? How dare you say that? Enough. Ian Phage. Let me ask one last question. When you got your mana reaction test, I've heard there was a little accident. The soldier who disrespected you and your mother. You remember that soldier named Jonathan, right? The next day that soldier was found dead. When he was found, it said that there were small traces of mana on him. About that soldier's death, are you related to it in any way? The tower owner isn't the owner for nothing. Without putting too much confidence in his magic, he always considers a third possibility. In a situation like this, a normal person would have lost their cool and got scared for being suspected of murder. If my heart rate is fixed, I'll gain even more suspicion. Since he said it's the last question, shall I get rid of the medicine's effects now? I'll tell you the answer you want to hear. I don't know anything about it. A lie? You have no relation to it? Yes, of course. There's no way you could have killed him. Thank you for your honest answer to the hard question. When I said there were small traces of mana on his body, that was all made up. He just tripped on a bridge and died. I would love to end it here and get something to eat, but I still have business to attend to, so please be understanding. As you may know, your talent has never been seen before, even in the tower. A mysterious power with no information about it. So we need to be more considerate about your current limits and how far you'll grow. This device in front of you is called a mana battery. You can see it as an important component that moves most of the tower. Right now there's not much mana stored in it, so it's this color. But as it holds more mana, it changes into a blue color. Try adding mana into it. All of it, of course. Since we're trying to see your limit, the storer can hold up to a 3rd-class master's mana. Adding an amount similar to that of a 2nd-class master would be the best decision. If I show an amount they're expecting, I can minimize suspicion and get placed in a decent class. But why? I was just an 8th-class magician. I was not a philosopher, nor a leader that would remain in history. I just read the room and lived a calculated life. I could give up everything else. Power, authority, glory. I could give up everything I had. But as for magic, I don't know about anything else. Other than magic. No one is above me. Yuk. Pant pant pant. Pant pant. Pant. Chow, does this make sense? This mana battery can hold up to a 3rd-class master's mana. So that kid is higher than a 3rd-class master? Ian Phage. All those rumors about that boy were true. And he's a 4th-class magician too. That means that he's equal to all of us, excluding the owner. And his reaction when asked about Jonathan's death. It was clearly the reaction of someone who was lying. What do you think this means? Before Man Phage becomes a much more dangerous threat to us, we have to put a leash on him, and entering graduating the academy, and then the 5 years of service. Don't you agree that we have to cancel those and tame him this instant? It would be a bit tough, but you're not wrong. Ian Phage spending time at the academy would just be a waste of time. Rather, he serves as a danger for the other students. Us high-class magicians are already this displaced by him. How do you think the newcomers and young magicians might feel? Whether or not Ian Phage murdered a soldier or prevented a death is not an issue. What's important is that although nothing was wrong with the detection magic, we never know if his lies are going to work on us or not. You all may already know this, but our highest priority is this tower's worth. The stronger the magician it holds, the higher the status of the tower. So why not accept Ian Phage as the 12th high-class magician, and officially announce the birth of a 4th-class magician? But because of his talent and age, I think it'll be best for him to receive special education from a high-class magician. What do you all think? That sounds good. I agree. I expected nothing less. Good. The person in charge of Ian Phage's education is, I'll do it. To think I'd be recognized as a high-class magician this quickly. I expected it somewhat, but it happened so fast. Sir Ian. Oh, we meet again. Well, I heard the news that you're a 4th-class magician. Yeah. That's what happened. Amazing. A high-class magician at the age of 12. That terrifying rumor was true. What kind of rumor is going around? You've probably already heard, but have been appointed as your supporting magician for a year. I'm in your care. You can speak more comfortably. You're my senior. To then, since I'm your senior, I'll take responsibility and guide you around the Ivory Tower. Thank you. That's the Ivory Tower's Magic Academy. You're supposed to be enrolled in there today, but you're going to receive special training from the high-class magicians. Special training is what they call it. They're just planning to make me a loyal dog. As expected from Herbert. My academy friends. I used to stand there too. They all were assassinated by a Coldwood spy in the First Unification War. so I never thought I'd get to see them again. It may be hard to become best friends, but I should go say hi soon. This is your personal laboratory. I heard you'll be using it, so I cleaned it with cleaning magic. This was my room in my past life too. When this tower was created 300 years ago, there were 24 high-class magicians, but now there's less than half of that, so there's a lot of spare rooms. The owner wants you to use this room for your personal use. Then please wait here. I'll go get the magician who's in charge of you. It's been a while since I last entered this room. I got this room 7 years earlier than I did in the past. Now that I obtained the authority of a high-class magician, there's one thing I need to do. Make a new force within the ivory tower. Within 6 years from now, the period where Ragnar will start moving under the protection of the tower. I have to create it before then. A new force that can stand opposite to Ragnar, who'll be under Herbert's protection. It's hard to say that power here is based on loyalty to the owner, towards overwhelming force and high class. So if I were to reach the same class, no, an even higher class than the owner, there'll come a time where I take full control of the tower. It'll be best to act as a well-behaved kid until then. Even I can't surpass 5th class with this small body. Hello? They had to send her. It's been a while, you arrogant brat. It's been a while, you arrogant brat. Helene. So they had to send her. You're the one who cleaned up the broken battery. I see that you're more than just arrogant. Well, fine. You've probably heard it as well. Standard manners, the tower's history, magic theory. All the stuff that you should learn from the academy. But the owner wants to teach you inside the tower. He said something about the other kids losing confidence if a monster like you joins them. But the thing is, what use would all of this be? Boring crap like this isn't my forte, and the other old hags can teach it better than me. Cecilia, you have defeated her, right? I had high expectations for Cecilia. She had quite a name in the magic combat field. If she had kept going, she would have followed my footsteps. But she had to be a spy. But you were able to defeat Cecilia. Well, since I came as your teacher, let me teach you something. There are different types of magicians. A magician trained for combat, a magician trained to support others, and a magician who spends all his life studying alchemy. All the others are just leftovers. What do you think I am? The first one. Correct. I bet no one can beat me in that field. I'm different from the other magicians who only cared about the gracefulness of a high-class magician. I'm going to teach you my way, so follow me. Of course, you have no right to refuse. Now, do you get what you have to do here? Come at me. Make me want to teach you. She's no different from my past life. Even back then, she annoyed me by challenging me. But this time, I won't let her start and cut her off. What challenge is it? This kid. I mean, Ian. Isn't it a bit dangerous for him to fight her? There seem to be enough spectators. Shall we get going? You go first. I'll wait for you since I'm your teacher. Are you sure? Who's worried for who? Then, I won't refuse. Looks like you've seen stuff. Are you planning to set a barrier first? Whatever barrier it is, FLL break it in an instant, squirt. Ice block. Are you joking? With me, kid. The most you could think of is an ice block. Do you plan on sleeping there until you're out of mana? How long can you hear me? Ice block is the strongest defense magic that protects the user. But while it's active, the user falls asleep so they can't use other magic. My goodness, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm the dumb one for having hopes in that. What? What's that noise? No way. That's impossible. He can still move inside the ice block? Shit. Damn it. Even if I try to burn everything, there's no end to it. Go ho ho. If this continues like this, I'll be the one that'll meet their end. Before that happens, I need to get that kid inside the ice block and find a way to get him out of it. But how? How did he manage to not only move, but also be able to use magic while inside the ice block? Haha. I guess the rumors that you had the same talent as the first magician were true. Alright, this is my loss. So, can you get these dirty vines off me now, little kid? No, I can't just yet. It'll be disappointing if things ended this quickly. What? What more do you want? I told you I lost? Wow, wait. Kid. Ian, this is supposed to be a duel. Ian, stop right there, just stop. Full lightning. I lived. Ha. Hiya. Ha. St. Stay away. Lady Helene, is there anything else that you can teach me? Then I'll take my leave for now. I'm sorry for asking, but would you please get out of the way? I'm quite tired. How's Helene's current status? She's in pretty bad shape. She's been skipping her meals for the last couple of days. For her to mess around with a 12-year-old kid and mess with her grace, such foolishness. While I was trying to break Ian Phage's pride by having her take care of him, I never thought that Helene would be beaten by him instead. From the beginning, this wasn't an issue of whether or not we could control him. He was not a dog that we could control by a leash, but a wild wolf. I guess we'll need more time than we expected in order to make him into a useful tool we can use. Have you arrived? I'm sorry. It seems I am late. My prince. It's fine. Before that, can you please tell me the details first? About that magician Ian Phage. Dad, I'm ready to leave. Let's go now. Yes. Let's start heading out. Ian, I'm taking Douglas to the academy. I'll be back. Captain. Today is already Douglas's first day of school. He was accepted into the Royal Alchemist Academy at the top of his cohort as soon as he applied. There's no doubt that his talent is extraordinary. The one-to-one curriculum of the Ivory Tower is something I already know, so it's fairly easy, so that means I have nothing to do for a while. Phew. Ever since I turned back time, I've been racing non-stop. Ragnar hasn't made any obvious moves so far, but that doesn't mean I should just stay still. To regain full power, my body needs to grow more. But can I just rest like this? Sir Ian, an invitation from the palace has arrived. An invitation? There shouldn't be an event. This is the first prince? He really invited me to a place like this. It is an unspoken rule to not invite mages that are not born from nobility to parties like this. Does this guy even think? Anyways, I wasn't expecting a banquet organized personally by the prince. The prince I remember from my previous life was conservative in his exchanges with other nobility, and had never hosted social events with other nobles. His attitude caused him to miss his opportunity to debut into the political realm, and caused all the other nobles to turn their backs on him as a result. Unlike the first prince, the fifth Prince Ragnar was a very prominent figure in the social scene, who proceeded to forge trustworthy relationships with the other nobility. As a result, he managed to steal most of the first prince's political power. It also doesn't help that the first prince had a tendency to ignore the emperor's advice because of his laziness and impulsiveness. I'm not sure what made him so proactive, but I guess it's to my benefit. As for me, I was never close to places like this in my previous life. I'll just sit in the corner quietly. Welcome, Ian Phage. As I expected, this is really uncomfortable. The first prince will make his entrance. I give my thanks to all the precious guests that came to my party today. As you all know, I am hosting the banquet tonight in the emperor's stead. While it would be formal to start the bouquet off with an opening speech, I would like to introduce someone to all of you today. Is he the special guest of the evening, the youngest 4th-class mage in the history of the Ivory Tower, my precious guest that has come from Moglian, Ian Phage. Welcome, Ian. As you have probably guessed, I hosted this bouquet to introduce you. I give my thanks. You're welcome. Fuck. This was a plot meant to show the nobles that I am on the first prince's side. This plan was definitely devised by the emperor, and not the prince. I heard about the stunt you pulled in the Ivory Tower. You got ranked as a high-class mage the moment you went there. I can only imagine how funny the faces of those cocky old geezers must have been. When I first met you at Moglian, I wondered why I went through all that for a scrubby-looking brat. Scrubby? But I had no clue you were this amazing. While I started this because of my father, I really think that having met you then was a great choice. And there's someone I want to introduce to you as well. Come this way. This is my younger sister, Harry. Nice to meet you, Ian. I am Harry Greenriver. Your name has become quite famous, including within the palace, so even I have heard of you. It's an honor. It is unfortunate that I can only give my greetings today, but please accept my invitation to lunch, so that you can tell me all about your accomplishments in Moglian. All I can tell you about are stories about magic and monsters, so I worry that it might bore you. No worries. I have a strong interest in not just magic, but also how the world works. So I would like to exchange many words with you, Ian. Then I shall contact you by letter soon. I hope this banquet today will be An enjoyable one for you as well. Thank you for your kindness, Princess. Princess Harry. She looks completely different from what I saw at the palace. Light. The first prince seems nervous, but he is doing his responsibility as the host of the banquet quite well. Then I should leave before things get troublesome. Sir Oliver? Mr. Ian. Sir Oliver, you look fantastic in those formal clothes. It was an order from His Highness. Maybe I shouldn't have come to the terrace. I've heard the rumors. Rumors? Helene, the High Magician of the Ivory Tower. I heard you bested that woman. The prince said something similar earlier as well. I heard about what you did at the Ivory Tower. A rumor like that is going around? How interesting. I thought most things that occurred in the Ivory Tower were kept a secret. Without this much information, what would a knight be able to do? In an age like this, currently, the Green River Empire has a few select magicians at the very top of the power spectrum. Knights who are considerably weaker are considered nothing more than decorations or vanity. I'm surprised. Not only are you the youngest 4th high-class magician, you even bested Helene, who is called the Lady of Fire. Sometimes I wonder if you really are the young age you are. Haha, you think too highly of me. Now nobody will be able to doubt that you have the trust of the first prince. The prince who usually avoided interacting with other nobles, personally hosted this banquet just for you. But because of that, there is something I need to verify. Which side will you stand on? It does not matter to me who you are, or how you were able to reach such a level at a young age. What I worry about is that the magicians of the Ivory Tower publicly support the 5th prince. So I ask you now, will you stand with the Ivory Tower? That's a meaningless question. Who could give a proper answer in a situation like this? As a knight who serves the prince, I must hear this answer from you. If you are a friend or a foe. Oliver Raywood, the loyal knight who stood by the side of the first prince until the very end. I'm not sure yet. I could probably give a hint to Sir Oliver. However, I will never take the side of the 5th prince. I used magic to make sure only you could hear it, so don't worry. Is that a satisfactory answer? It's perfect for this moment. May I ask one request? What kind of request do you mean? Until you give a concrete answer to my question, please be my sparring opponent. I require strength. Sparring partner. Are you asking me to teach you how to fight against magicians? Couldn't that sword end up pointing at me? I cannot deny that completely. Sir Oliver, you seem to have a side with rather thick skin. Obviously, I will refuse that request. I don't gain anything from that. This necklace. It was given to me by the Queen herself, the day I was appointed to be the bodyguard of the first prince. It is an enchanted necklace that clears the mind. That, one of the treasures of the royal family, I could never find anything out about in my past life besides the fact that the last person to possess it was the Queen. I will give up this necklace as a cost. I believe it will be much more useful to you as a magician than to me as a knight. Was this not bestowed on you directly by the deceased Queen? She gave it to me to serve my master better. As my offer is to better fulfill that request, I'm sure she will understand. If you are willing to go that far, I accept. I will take the necklace. Your Highness. Where are you? Your Highness. Captain. Over here. How would something like this happen at the palace? Prince. Princess. Are you both okay? Effequire fine. Your Highness. Are you okay? Captain. Do you have any injuries? I'm perfectly fine. What's the situation outside? A series of unidentified explosions are occurring within the palace. We have activated the emergency communication orb, and we are utilizing all our forces to find the source of the explosion. Emergency communication orb? The emergency communication orb of the royal palace. It is a network connected to the knight headquarters, army barracks, and even the ivory tower. That allows for the focusing of all utilizable forces to the palace. The fact that the emergency orb was activated means that every soldier and magician will gather at the palace. What if this explosion was aiming for that? Is it possible? Mana barrier. Princess, do you know how to inject mana into a barrier? What? It's an emergency, so I need a response. I've learned it, but... Then could you please maintain it? I have something to ask. Did a servant girl by the name of Isabel ever come here? Yes. She did. She is assigned to the detached palace, but she said she wanted to come watch the banquet. Their real motive is Cecilia. By bringing the forces to the palace through the explosions, they will invade the Ivory Castle while its surveillance is off guard. It doesn't matter to me what happens to Cecilia. I need to make sure the information she has about me doesn't go over to Coldwalker. It's been a long time, Cecilia. I'm surprised you're alive. Who? It's me. Daniel. I'm disappointed in you. I thought you were a capable agent. Daniel. Get me out of here. Of course. But I have something to check. I didn't say anything. That brat, Ian Phage. He knew everything from the start, from the existence of Coldwalker, and the people in it. Is that true? He even knew about a mana seal that neither me nor you knew about. Cecilia. That's something most Coldwalkers don't know. The higher-ups only told us after you got caught. So, do you have anything else to say? That's it. We don't have time to spare, right? Let's get out. Is that so? Cecilia. What is it? Ugh. When you were imprisoned in the Ivory Tower, we had a very long series of debates about what to do. You are a rather rare third-class magician, so we were considering rescuing you, and this is the conclusion we came to. Then stay well. Goodbye. You two. Who are you? So have you disposed of Cecilia already? That's good. I have one less nuisance to worry about. Thanks to you. Daniel, it's so fortunate that I get to meet you today. I vowed to kill you with my own hands. Wait. Wouldn't it be better for you to keep me alive? Now I can finally answer the sorrows of my classmates. What are you talking about? I've never killed your classmates. Obviously not yet. There's still 10 years left until that happens. Ugh. I promised myself that when I returned, I would put everything back. I've identified the mana seal on his neck, so this should be enough. Ian Phage? What is this? What in the world? There's already been 2 people that have gone missing within the palace, from of the 1 maids to the royal scribe. What is Sang-a-Tap doing, while there are criminals causing issues within the palace? Tower Master, answer my question. Didn't you promise to take out all the rotten roots inside the kingdom, asking to give all authority to the Sang-a Tower, in the search for spies? I cannot trust the Sang-a Tower anymore. Thus, I will withdraw any and all related authorities to the Sang-a Tower. From now on, the Tower Master must open to the knights and the soldiers any information they have found from searching up until now. Do you understand? I will do as you command, Your Majesty. You are excused now. There will be lot to do from now on. Magician Ian Phage, come forth and pay your respects to His Majesty. So we meet again. Distinguished guests from the north, Ian Phage. Thanks to your competency, we were able to protect our empire this time. If it wasn't for you, we would have helplessly handed over a great number of important information, Tau-Omicron unidentifiable enemies, which would have turned the empire and the imperial family into a bunch of laughingstocks for the entire world. And so, we'll never forget your accomplishments from this incident. As such, I would like to personally show my appreciation to you. And the reward I would like to give you is this. This robe was the only item left behind by Mitchell Greenriver, my ancestor and the sole magician of the imperial family. And due to his testament, I cannot bestow this to someone who is not a part of the imperial family, so I would like to think of it as if I'm only lending it to you. And I will lend it to you until the moment of your last breath, or until you do not want it anymore. Mitchell Greenriver, the first and final magician of the Greenriver Empire's imperial family. He is a hero that saved the empire, and rose to the position of the Tower Master with his magical competency. His robe wasn't an item that you could easily catch sight of even in my past life. Since it's just a robe, I don't think you need to change out of any of your clothing. Would you like to try it on right now? Ha ha ha, it's quite big on you. I wonder when it will start to fit your body. A robe with magical spells inscribed on it. Then I will try to make it fit my body right now. Oh, how did he do that? It suits you very well. The blue matches your eyes. The king's favor is immeasurable. Excuse me, Sir Ian. I respectfully greet you, Your Highness. Please don't be too formal with me. As Sir Ian, I actually wanted to tell you something about before. Back then I was very busy and was terribly discourteous towards you, Your Highness. I hope that you will forgive me. That's not. Also, the thing you're worrying about will not happen, so please be reassured. What a great accomplishment. That you've achieved, Sir Ian. Thanks to you, the entire empire and the imperial family's safety was maintained. And as His Majesty had told you, your achievements made during the incident were unmatched. Oh, please excuse me for my late introduction. You may already know who I am, but I would like to formally introduce myself to you. My name is Lagner Greenriver, the fifth child of His Great Imperial Majesty. My old friend, please, Ragnar. Although I'm late, I would like to congratulate you for rising to the position of a high-class magician in the Ivory Tower. It's way too early for me to be meeting him. I would like to show my appreciation towards you for protecting the security of the Empire from the spies in the Moglian territory, and I would like to invite you to the luncheon today to show my thanks. Would you be free to accept my invite? I'm sorry, Ragnar, but he already has plans with me today. Is that so? Then would tomorrow work for? I'm deeply sorry, but I don't think it'll be possible. Your Highness. Hey, although it's unfortunate, I will have to look forward to next time. I am pleased to have met you, Sir Ian. Then farewell.
Sir Ian.
I spoke without thinking things through. I'm sorry. It's all right. Ragnar, I met him 2 years earlier than I was supposed to. And as of right now, he is nothing but a prince who must hide his true intentions. I will stop you no matter what, Ragnar, before you have the chance to start expanding your influence, so that you won't even be able to take a single step forward. And until you despair and meet a tragic end, I will be your opponent in this life. 5 years later. I have no clue what it says. Can't they just write it in a way where everyone can understand? Who writes a book in such a messy and complicated way? Your Highness, that book was written by the first Green River King, detailing how to be a good ruler, explaining how to rule well and the methods of ruling, which are things you should learn as the first prince, who is set to inherit the throne. All these books, huh? Additionally, you must also learn history, philosophy, economics, politics, and social manners. These are all the books you need to read. I don't care anymore. Today isn't the day, teacher. Your Highness. If you don't read it now, your father will yell at me. Anyways, Vice Master. Today is the last day that the Grand Master spars against Sir Ian, right? Oh yes, they should be going at it right now. Let's go. I haven't watched them in a while. 2nd Royal Knights HQ, main training grounds. Phew, till the end, I swear. Nua HHHH. Next is, I can reach him. At the very end, to a magician. Wah, well done. So I was not even able to make a scratch. Ian, talking of a scratch when you aimed for the heart. If I did get hurt, I'd die for sure. Thank you for your help all these years. It's the fee for the necklace. I've gotten help far exceeding that value. Well, you've really progressed greatly compared to 5 years ago. You chopped a pyroblast in half with a steel sword. Ian, could I just ask you one thing? Of course. How strong are you right now? Not as strong as you might hope. 5th Class Master. Even in my past life, I entered 5th class when I was 26 or so. It's relatively fast, but what I was waiting for was at least 6th Class Master. But I can't accelerate the growth of the fundamental body and mana heart, so 5th Class Master was my limit. I just hope that my body finishes growing as soon as possible. Wow. As expected of the greatest magician in the Empire. Your Highness. I heard today is you two's last sparring match. Alright. Should we all have breakfast together? Jug in hope of the unending strengthening of my right and left hand men. I'll give you the best meal possible. I apologize, but today is the day my education at the Ivory Tower ends, and I am bestowed with responsibilities as a greater magician. So I will have to go see the Tower Master right away. I see. Then that's inevitable. Go ahead. Let's eat together next time. I'll make some time for it as soon as I can. Then, I'll be back. The robe that father bestowed had a spell in it that allowed for flight, huh? I don't know about other things, but I'm really jealous of that. Grandmaster. Please tell me your orders. From what I saw, you were evenly matched with Ian. How is it? Does it look like you can fight magicians now? There are 2 parts to my answer. First of all, I cannot leave a scratch on Ian. This gap between us will continue to grow. However, against other magicians, they're manageable. Oh, you've come. This feels a bit strange. It feels like it was only yesterday that I heard about the special boy from the north, yet that boy has already become a fine young man. I guess that means I have aged just as much. You'll be fine for at least several more decades. Amazing. Everywhere I look, there are nothing but praises. You really are a great fortune to the Empire and the Ivory Tower. Every young lad wants to meet you. Aren't you the role model who every magician strives to be? You praise me too much. Well, we'll see about that soon enough. As you know, today is the last day. If you were a normal student of the academy, you would have been sent out to nearby lands, but your case is special. All that your last day will consist of are a couple exchanges of words with this old man. Are you disheartened by that? Not at all. In fact, it's an honor. I thank you even if they might be empty words. I congratulate you on becoming a full-fledged magician. This is the sign of your position that will let you move any soldiers and citizens of the Empire as you please. You'll have many opportunities to use it. Are there many places that need a high-class magician? It's not just about the demand. There are much fewer high-class magicians now. Since even Helene settled down, what do you expect? I don't want to burden you with this, but your help really is essential. So there are many tasks ahead of me. Since you are essentially the strongest force of the Ivory Tower, you'll soon have many responsibilities to bear. But since this is the first time, I'll let you choose. Rodmere, the city with the largest port in the Empire. Benson, the city with the most iron production in the Empire. And that is Fieric, the northeastern lands I was sent to in my previous life. The previous mage there died from an accident, so I was sent to replace him. I'm interested in Fieric. It's the place that's been most desperately for help. Asking, we sent 2 third-class magicians and some soldiers from the army, but they still weren't enough. The monsters from the Great Plains appear to be acting up. The details are written here, so read this. Do you think you could give them an answer today? If you refuse, I'll need to search for I will go there. To Fieric. You're going to Fieric on your first dispatch? That place is famous for being full of monster. Ian, isn't that a dangerous place? No, it's not that dangerous. It's temporary, so I'll return after a few months. I see. Did you say you are leaving next week? This large mansion will feel so empty. I'll finish my work as quickly as I can and come back home, Mother. I'll finish my work as quickly as I can and come back home, Mother. Captain, can you check out the elixir I made in the laboratory before you leave? I created something pretty decent, so it should help you on your mission. Douglas, now that you're all grown up, shouldn't you change your title for Ian? What's wrong with Captain? What about Brother Ian? Are you really the same Douglas that I knew in my previous life? It's nice that you've gained a cute little brother. I have a new son, Mother. Miss Phage. What do you mean? Why are you getting flushed? You need to call him Sir Lon. We're a family at this point. Sir sounds too distant. Are you being that picky when we're living off them? What do you mean? My genius is benefiting this house greatly. Genius? Whatever. I am a genius. This kind of thing isn't so bad either. You can't call me brother. Are you finished with your preparations? Are you heading straight to Fieric? First, I need to say goodbye to the Tower Master of the Ivory Tower, and then I plan to go there. Radio, the mana trap I set up in the mansion. Haha, you've already explained it yesterday. Don't worry. Protect I will Mrs. Phage with my life. I hope you don't need to use it. Captain. Take this. The half elixir that Dad makes. I tried making my own version of it. It's probably way better than that. Yeah, thanks. Douglas still has 3 years before he graduates from the Royal Alchemy Academy, but he has already been promised the position of the Royal Alchemist due to his ability. It should definitely work well. Captain, are you flying to Fieric with your cape? No, I'm riding a carriage to the outskirts of the capital. I don't want to be noticed by many people. Ian, Mother, eat this on the way. I've packed plenty. The first block has the food you need to eat today, and the others have things like jerky and dried fruits that you can eat later. I baked the red bean pie that you love. Thanks, Mother. I'll eat it well. Be careful not to get hurt. Don't skip your meals. I'll come back soon, so don't worry too much. Then I'll head off. Let's believe. I need to believe that my mother will be safe even if I am not there. A mansion protected by the palace. The lowered crime rate of the city, and the secret that only Mother, Radio, and Douglas can activate. The mana trap. With that at the mansion, I can eliminate most dangers. Fieric. It's been 25 years. Tear off their filthy heads 100 times and bring them to me. Don't even dream of dying until then. Great Lord. What is it? The supply forces in the back. Our backline supply forces have been attacked by orcs who've climbed past the mountain. What? Shit. How could they invade our backline? Second and third units, stand your ground at the gate with the magicians. First unit, follow me. Yes. We will take care of the orcs in the back. Hiya. They have low individual intelligence, but they move as an army. Well-trained soldiers could handle them, but they're more than enough to eliminate the supply unit, who consist of people without combat experience. I pray that I am not late. Snow? It doesn't snow. In the north. Just what is? Reveal yourself. I heard you were in need of assistance. My name is Ian Phage, a high-class magician dispatched from the Ivory Tower. Ian Phage. You mean the noble from Northern Moglian? That's Sir Ian Phage? Haha, I didn't expect such a young lad to come to our aid. I've heard of your accomplishments in exterminating the goblin army in the Moglian Mountains at such a young age. It is an honor to finally meet you. I, too, am most honored to meet Great Lord Collian Pyrrhic, the greatest warrior in the East. I'm sure you're a great deal fatigued from your long journey, but could you please spare some time? We have a lot to discuss. I didn't know they'd come in such large numbers. No, I expected it, but not to that extent. They seem to be quite determined these days. There seems to be some trouble in the Great Plains. Otherwise, as you know, Sir Ian, we placed 2 requests in the palace and the Ivory Tower. The first was to ask for provisions and troops in order to keep fighting, and the second was to dispatch a high-class magician. A magician who is skilled enough to overcome the situation we're in right now. I'm in absolute awe of your capability in the instant destruction of the monster army, as well as the quick building of the ice wall. Since the canyon has been barricaded, we've gained some time. However, it's merely a temporary solution. We're about to go to war with the monsters in the Great Plains. Due to the swarms of monsters that have been intruding for years, the troops are getting tired and our rations are about to be depleted. If only the additional troops and provisions came, we could have kept battling the monsters. Now, but it seems that the Empire has put that request on hold. Anyways, it seems that you've come in place of the troops, so I propose we come up with a more permanent solution for this issue. I understand. The ice wall can be maintained for up to 10 days. If we are to monitor the movement of the monsters intruding from the mountain range, we should be safe temporarily. Within these 10 days we can go to the Great Plains. Sir Ian, are you planning to go by yourself? We must find the cause for all of this, and possibly the solution to it all. Haha. I'm glad you seem so confident, but I've sent countless troops to the Great Plains over the past few months, and yielded no results. What we did manage to find out is that the different breeds of monsters have stopped attacking each other as if they have joined forces, and are only attacking the humans. The monsters are not only attacking the Green River Empire, but also the northern border of the Great Plains, the Coldwood Empire, and the western borders Principality of Ro. Intruding on all of those borders simultaneously, some other nations have few paths leading to them, and so they suffer less from the monsters. Among them is the Great Serpent's Gorge, which contributes to the concentration of the monster attacks on the Pyrrhic estate. But the bizarre thing here is that, at the southern border of the Great Plains, the Aboriginal clan is not being invaded by the monsters. It's as if there's something preventing them from approaching this region. We suspect that there is something relevant to the trouble in the Great Plains of the South, but we were not able to push through the monster attacks in the gorge. In order to send troops to the South Aboriginal clan to investigate further trouble in the Great Plains. This is something I did not foresee from my previous life. There were plenty of attacks from the Great Plains, but this is the first one at a grand scale. I should go to the southern border and see the Aboriginal clan. Yes, if it is the leader of the Aboriginal clan, the king of the shamans, I'm sure he would know something about this matter. Do you think it's possible to meet and speak with him? Of course. The Great Plains. Come to think of it, that object might still be there. The artifact handed down to the king of the shamans, the leader of the Aboriginal clan. The staff of the Great Plains. I quite like that staff. And staffs made of birch trees are kind of rare too. 3 years from now, Green River Empire, Coldwood Empire, Principality of Ro, these 3 nations would form an alliance to battle against the monsters of the Great Plains in order to annihilate them. Once and for all, the majority of the monsters would be annihilated in the Great Plains, and the three nations would split the Great Plains, which are full of natural resources. In that period, the king of shamans disappeared and the aboriginals of the Great Plains got reduced to mere slaves. Something that didn't happen in my previous life has occurred. There is a possibility that this change occurred due to my return. Trouble in the Great Plains that I am not aware of. In 10 days the ice will melt and break down. I will make sure to find the cause and solution for this situation by then. In case return in 10 days I believe that you will return in 10 days. Good luck, Sir Ian. This is the vicinity where the Aboriginals' territory starts. It's strangely quiet. Compared swarms to the of monsters in the north, I have not seen a single monster since I came to the south. I wonder if this place is the cause of the change. As per what Lord Fyerick said, who are you? I'm not your enemy. I'm a magician from the Green River Empire. How do you know our language? I don't have time to explain. I've come to meet with the Shaman King. What did you just say? The Shaman King. The Aboriginals' Tower Master. The Aboriginals are also people who were born with a mana heart and a mana brain. The way they control mana is quite basic. But they are raised as shamans instead of magicians. Among them, the Shaman King is their king, the highest in their ranks. I've come to talk about the problem that the monsters in the south are causing. The Shaman King must already be aware of what's happening, so please, how dare a dog of the Empire act so arrogantly? Do you think the Shaman King would meet someone like you? Get lost. Any more bullshit from you and we'll offer you to the spirits of the Great Plains as a sacrifice. Do I look like someone who would get lost just because you told me to? Looks like you need to die before you realize what kind of situation you're in. Hupe. Ice spear. Your head will be next to fly off. Don't cause a commotion here. Bring me to the Shaman King. What business does a person of the Empire have here? That staff is. Are you the Shaman King? Yes, that's what I'm called. I'm surprised that you came all the way out here. Monsters of the Great Plains have been invading the borders of the three countries. However, while I moved about over here in the south, I did not see a single monster. I was wondering if you know about why the monsters are only invading the north? Monsters invading borders are common occurrences. We have no idea why this is happening. Lies. Your lies will not work on me. Please speak the truth. What is happening right now? How dare that bastard act so arrogantly in front of? I heard that the Empire magicians have come up with a magic to detect lies. But it's quite amazing to see it in action. Yes, it's pointless lying to you. I'll tell you the truth. Several years ago there was a prophecy. The once beautiful Great Plains will turn into a sea of flames, and golden light will dye the land red. Our clanspeople who have lived on this land for thousands of years would then be separated and turned into slaves. There's nothing we can do. We know that our clans will be destroyed if a war occurs. Even so, we can't just sit idly while waiting and pray that the prophecy will not come to pass. One day a lady found us. That lady engraved some magic into this staff, shared her power with us and disappeared. A lady? And she also said this: if another outsider comes here, you must not let them leave this place alive. I'm sorry, but you must die here. I see. Is it black magic? I thought it ceased to exist 300 years ago when it became forbidden, but to think the future has gone so off course. They are taking me lightly. I'm sorry, but I don't intend to die without putting up a fight. Even if I have to do it by force, I will take that staff that has been imbued with black magic. And try doing it if you think you can. What you just said, you can't take it back. Did something happen to him? It's been 10 days since the magician left for the Great Plains. The ice wall that was blocking the canyon entrance will probably disappear soon. This goes on. Son. Yes, my lord. Proceed as planned. Set up an outpost at the canyon. Gather and station every single troop that we have in our territory and the catapult over there. Even the subjugation squad that's guarding the mountain pass. I will return to my squad. We just need to fend them off. I will protect our territory and our citizens with my subordinates. I will become the Empire's greatest and sturdiest shield. Prepare the catapult. Ready. Huffa. Yes, Sir Ian. This staff. You must not touch it no matter what. Sir Ian. In the territory of the Lord's castle? Looks like I made it back. I need to Settle the staff first. Sir Ian. You're awake. Lord Pyrrhic. How long have I been out? You've been out for 4 days. How are you feeling? The doctor said that you shouldn't be moving yet. I'm fine. Where's the staff that I brought back? The staff is in that box over there, and it's being protected by other magicians. It's a box that is said to be made with a magic that works similarly to mana hell. You've handled it well, Sir Ian. Based on what the doctor said when you arrived at the canyon, you were in a state where both your mana and stamina were depleted, and your life would have been in danger had you arrived a little later. While it might be rude of me to ask someone who's just gotten up from his sickbed, I can't help but ask you still, what is it that endangered Sir Ian to this extent? What on earth happened in the Great Plains? This staff is the cause change of in the Great Plains. This staff is imbued with black magic spells. The Shaman King used black magic and illusionary magic via this staff to control the monsters. Hold on. Black magic? Are you saying that it didn't perish 300 years ago? So the Shaman King. It looks like he received black magic techniques from someone else. I wasn't able to discover the perpetrator behind all this. After the Shaman King died, the black magic and illusionary magic was dispelled. The Great Plains monsters started to attack the new owner of this staff. It's probably a curse that was placed on them to destroy the evidence. Thanks to that, it was extremely difficult for me to come back here with the staff in my hand. If the staff is that dangerous, shouldn't you have destroyed it or thrown it away there and then? I like this staff. Just because of a reason like that? All done. The magic techniques that have been imbued into the staff have all been erased. My heart is. Do cook. Sir Ian, are you okay? My mana heart is. Sir Ian, are you okay? Ardal, go get the here right now. Dr. Wisser, I'm okay Lord Pyrrhic, I'm just shedding. Shedding? It's something that happens when one's mana heart that hasn't grown enough breaks through to a new class. You don't have to worry about it. Are you really alright? Yes, worried. If I'm right, I've gone from 5th class master to 6th class. I feel an enormous amount of mana that feels different from what I've had previously. Finally, what a relief. But still, just in case, we'll get the doctor to take a look at you. Thank you for your concern. I might be taking up a lot of things, but I have something that I need to give you. 3 days after you left for the Great Plains, the Ivory Tower sent you a letter. We were told to give this to you once your mission was over, but you lost consciousness, so we're only able to give it to you now. Please take a look at it. A letter from the Ivory Tower? One moment, please. There's one more thing we were told to give you. This is a letter that came directly from the Emperor via a horseman. We were given strict instructions to hand this over to you personally. A horseman? That's right. The Emperor didn't send this to me through the Ivory Tower, but used a horseman to send a paper letter to me. To use a method that could be late in its delivery, with a high possibility that it might not even reach me. Could it be information that the Ivory Tower can't know about? I'll read the Ivory Tower's letter first, then. Hear this, high-rank magician Tanphage. As the contents of this letter might affect your current mission, we have asked for it to be given to you after it has ended. It was an inevitable decision that has been made. I hope you understand our situation. There has been a slight commotion within your household. An unknown suspicious person invaded your mansion, but we were able to keep your family and assets safe by mobilizing the Imperial troops. A suspicious person. Currently, the Imperial family and the Ivory Tower are providing protection to our very best to ensure the safety of your family. We'd like to inform you that there's no need for you to be worried via this letter. What a worrying letter. What are you up to, Tower Master Herbert? Let's decide on what to do after reading the Emperor's letter. To my dear magician Ian Phage, if this letter reaches you safely, then it means that both me and my son aren't out of luck yet. We give thanks to the goddess of luck. And I'd like to make a request of you. You, who are currently out on a mission as a high-rank magician, might not have heard of this news yet, but the treaty that will be made by the 3 countries in regards to the subjugation of monsters in the eastern part of the Great Plains will take place in the Free City, Dimitra. The subjugation treaty is starting already? It's supposed to take place only 3 years later. The Crown Prince, Hayden Greenriver, the 5th Prince, Ragnar Greenriver, the Ivory Tower Master, Herbert Leon, and our Empire's great general, Duncan Mitos, have been selected to be a part of the delegation. By the time you're reading this, The delegation should have started their march towards Demitera. In the delegation this time, there isn't anyone who is on the Crown Prince's side. Therefore, I'm making a request to you, Ian Phage, a friend of the Crown Prince. Please head towards Demitera and support the Crown Prince. I will invite your precious family into the Imperial Palace and promise to grant them the highest possible protection possible. The Demitera Treaty is the first stage where Ragnar starts to fight for the throne succession. And it's also the start of the fall of the Crown Prince. Ragnar displays exceptional diplomacy during this treaty, and leads the Green River Empire to gain an advantageous position within the treaty. And because of that, the nobles and commoners recognize Ragnar's abilities. It is also the crucial part in history where the Crown Prince's ignorance in political matters and incompetence were exposed to the world for the first time. My previous life's memory and the recent situation. Could all of this be a part of the Tower Master's plans? I don't know which among them belongs to his plans. The change in the eastern part of the Great Plains. The Sorcerer King that received black magic spells from an unknown woman. The Three Countries Treaty that's happening prematurely as compared to my previous life. I can't help but to think that this is all related to the Tower Master somehow. The suspicious people who invaded my mansion. There's a high chance that it is used to hold me back. This is still just a guess, but they figured me out. It's a situation where I'd like to ignore the Emperor's request and go back right away. But something that no one expected has occurred. Magic that even the Tower Master couldn't have expected. Magic that's not recorded anywhere in the world. A level where a part of that is materialized. The existence of a 6th-class magic that only a 6th-class magician can use. Lord Pyrrhic, please feel free to speak, Sir Ian. Can you do me a favor? Freedom, neutrality, commerce, port. These are the numerous names that it is known by. Demitera, can't we just ask Ian to come now? Please resolve yourself, Your Highness. You are representing our empire in this meeting. No one would be able to hurt you, the Crown Prince here. But I know that still feel uneasy. You might know already, but most of the delegation from our empire, including the Tower Master, are mostly supporting Ragnar. I don't like where this is going. I prefer for Ian to be by my side in times like this. The time is ripe. We've planned for this day for a long time now. That kiddo is probably rushing back to the capital now. We know Ian Phage inside out. He'd be willing to become a traitor if it's for the safety of his family, since they are his top priority. Around the time this negotiation ends, the Crown Prince would be, what's that? Where? Something's flying towards us. Is that a bird? Ian, I'm a little late. Your Highness, this can't be. He chose the Crown Prince over his family? At the same time, Green Riverdium's Imperial Palace. I hope the captain will be here soon. Sigh. I've been trapped here because of the suspicious intruder. I can't go to the academy nor meet my friends. I'm so bored. Just bear with it for a bit longer. We should be thankful that we're able to be in the Imperial Palace at a time like this. It was a relief that the Imperial Knights were able to catch the intruder before Ian Nim's mana trap activated. If such a powerful magic was to activate, the intruder would be reduced to dust on the spot. Madam Phage, don't be too worried. This is where the Emperor resides after all. It's the safest place on Earth. Ivory, didn't the tower send a letter to Ian Nim? I'm sure that he's about to reach here and will open up the door any time now. Tada. I'm late, aren't I? Ian, everyone, you must have been very worried, right? You may now be at ease. I'll protect all of you. Last night at Lord Pyrrhic's castle. Lord Pyrrhic, I have a request to make of you. You have saved me in this territory. I'll grant you all your requests no matter what they are. Just tell me what your request is. In that case, I hope you can protect me for the time being. Protect you? The magic that I'll be using will plunge me into a trance-like state. In the scenario where something happens, I need you to dispatch magicians and inject mana into my brain. Then I'll be able to wake up. No one has ever reached the 6th class, so there are extremely few records on it. In my previous life, I had to make my own spells or search for spells bit by bit using unknown ancient documents after I reached 6th class as well. Here I go. How did he use such a magic? Puppet play. A magic only usable by magicians who are 6th class and above. The original body would become a puppeteer and fall into a trance. You'd be able to summon 2 puppets that can move freely, and use rather powerful 5th-class magic. I'll leave my original body in your hands then. You came. You came for me. I guess our hearts are aligned. I really missed you, Ian. I was wondering who came. It's you, huh? Ian, I heard from Lord Pyrrhic that you succeeded in your mission. I heard that it was so tough that you fainted. You've achieved a great accomplishment for the Empire. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, as a high-ranking magician. But why are you here? I'm sure I told you to go back to the ivory tower to rest up. Did you not hear about what happened within your family? I received a letter from the ivory tower. But after I completed my mission, I received an imperial order to join the delegation and assist the Crown Prince immediately. Can I read that letter for a moment? Here you go. I thought they would try all they could. But I didn't think that Ian Phage would give up his family and come running over here. I recognize that this is his Emperor's imperial order, but it'd be impossible for you to join. Impossible? Are you ridiculing Father's orders? Your Highness, this is a matter concerning the trust between the three countries. The number of people and bodyguards involved in the delegation has been set, and there can't be a change in the number of people. That's what was agreed upon in our negotiation previously. There's mutual trust between the diplomats. How could we just add someone, and not just anyone but a high-ranking magician, into the delegation? I believe that the Emperor would understand why we can't let him into the delegation. The Tower Master isn't wrong. Although we're not in a war right now, there is a history of conflicts between our countries. Additionally, this is a treaty for three countries that have been guarded against each other for a long period of time. It's only after a certain amount of safety has been guaranteed that each country's successor, the delegation and bodyguards, would be gathered. There's a total of 3 high-ranking magicians, including the Tower Master, who are in the delegation. If one more high-ranking magician, which is considered as a fatal weapon alone, is added now, the treaty would start going haywire. The basis of diplomacy would be trust. A reasonable explanation. I understand what the Tower Master is concerned about. If you understand it, go back now. The fact that you're here in this city could cause problems with diplomacy. While I feel sorry for doing that to you, who took the trouble to come here after completing your mission, I hope you understand that there's nothing we can do about this. I'll explain what happened to the Emperor separately, but what if one of the high-ranking magicians gives up their spot in the delegation? Could I then replace that person? Since we're talking about the Emperor's direct orders, there should be some flexibility on this matter. Of course that could be possible, but who would? I'll give up my spot. In the delegation? What? Are you saying right now, Ronan? It's as I've said. Aren't we citizens of the Empire? There exist no citizens who disobey imperial orders. Even if it causes problems with diplomacy, the delegation's mission is to represent our empire as its citizens. An honorable mission. But when performing that mission, if I could help assist in both the imperial order and the diplomacy part of things by giving up my spot, then I would gladly give up my spot. I will now hand over my sacred mission of being a part of the delegation to Ian Phage. I request for your Highness to grant this change. I agree. I'm deeply impressed by your sincerity and loyalty to our empire by what you're doing for it. I order you to prepare sufficiently in order for you to get back safely to our capital. Thank you for your grace, your Highness. Ian, I entrust my mission of being a part of the delegation to you. Please ensure that you fulfill your mission without fault. Thank you, Senior. No need to thank me. High-ranking magician Ronan. Based on memories of my previous life, he was one of the few decent magicians. While he was extremely uncompromising in all matters, his beliefs were not based on loyalty towards the Tower Master or the Ivory Tower. He's only concerned about his own magic prowess. In return for teaching him a few magic spells that even Tower Master Herbert doesn't know, he came over to my side easily. In that case, I will now stand down. Since a high-ranking magician who isn't in the delegation is in this city, it would cause a problem with diplomacy, is what the Tower Master said after all. I thought he was just some kid that doesn't know anything. But he's already planted roots in my ivory tower. Huh? Ian Phage. I won't allow a kid like him to spoil my plans of transforming the Empire into the Ivory Tower's empire, like I've planned. For a long time, Demitera is a neutral and free city that doesn't affiliate itself with any other country. as it is recognized as the diplomacy bridge that's needed between the three countries. It has been the symbol of freedom and neutrality for more than 100 years. This way, please. Dimitra's 19th Mayor Angelo Neville. Where are the other delegates? They are all in their individual VIP mansions. The Green River delegates will be using that mansion, and that mansion over there would be for the Crown Prince. It's a private mansion that we've provided for the most important guests. They're all amazing. Hey Tower Master. Do we not have anything else scheduled for now? There hasn't been anything scheduled until the day of the treaty discussion. I see. All right, everyone. You may rest. Ian, you'll be coming. Along with me. Follow me. Tower Master. Yes, Your Highness. Let's have a talk. I won't ask you to take responsibility for what happened this time round. But that magician who's stuck beside my brother. He bothers me. I don't feel good about this either. I understand where you're coming from. However, you need not be so concerned. Ian Phage might be capable in terms of magic, but the upcoming meeting requires diplomacy. There's not much that he can do in that meeting with magic. He wouldn't be able to speak. No, more like he won't be able to speak even if he had something to say. It's an important diplomatic meeting between the countries. What good ideas could a mere magician like him offer? The high-ranking magicians are nothing but accessories at the treaty discussion. As planned, Our Highness will be the main lead at the treaty discussion. Hull. All right. It's not like I can do anything about him even if he bothers me. I've tried countless times to get Ian Phage to be my ally, but I've failed on all my attempts. If we leave him be, he'll definitely become a big problem for us in the future. I hope you can take care of him as soon as possible. You don't have to be concerned about that. Everything will soon flow in the way that Your Highness desires. Whoa, what an incredible room. Oh right, I heard that Dimitra's night streets have really good performances. There'll be plenty of fun things to look at. Ha ha ha. Since I need to get out secretly, shall we buy a few clothes to change into? Captain, go ask the servants to run a few errands, Your Highness. Ian, what's the matter? Why are you making that scary face? Sigh. Your Highness, do you know what kind of situation you're in right now? Your Highness, you're the representative of the Green River Empire, and also the successor to the throne. You're also here as the person responsible for negotiating at the treaty discussion. What I'm saying is you're not here to play. Please give up on thoughts of going out there. Why? There's still so much time. You need to start preparing from this point onwards. The delegation's first speaker would be Your Highness. If you aren't able to say anything, the turn to speak would be passed on to the 5th Prince. I did hear about that from Father. I can guarantee it. If that happens, the 5th Prince will become the main lead in this treaty discussion. Would you like that to happen? I don't want that to happen, but honestly, I don't know what to say. They'll be talking about military strength, commodities, and the distribution of land and slaves. Not only do I not have anyone around me who knows about political diplomacy, no one will want to help me. Compared to humiliating myself by saying something, wouldn't it be better to keep my mouth shut? He's used to giving up on himself and running away from reality, huh? That won't do. Since the Crown Prince is the only chess piece that can deliver the greatest despair to Ragnar. Your Highness, the main lead of the treaty discussion has to be you. But how do I? It's all about giving him that one chance. Your Highness, the Emperor asked me to help and support you. The chance for the Crown Prince to be able to achieve something by himself. My orders were to not allow the 5th Prince to steal the initiative from you. And to help you be able to take control of all the discussions on the treaty discussion by ensuring that you know how to answer and respond in the discussion. Which is why, Your Highness, from now to the day of the treaty discussion, you must memorize all these.